we are live in this 2 vs 2 replay. We have BatOn as USF, fielding Tactical Support Company, Airborne Assault Company, and Heavy Cav. As his mate, we have Adamir as Brits going instantly for Commander Regiment. On the other side, we have PutPut going for Close the Gapper. And we have Dr. Jekyll, also known as Fire and Terror, as Oster as well, fielding Luftwaffe Supply, German Infantry, and German Mechanized. And we are playing on the Scout. So far, nothing unusual is happening. Defensive cap order from both teams, no overly aggressive pushes there. Standard build order from all players. Let's see how this game will develop and when we'll see the first engagement. Might see it on the bottom side. MG42 will now set up over here. Might have an angle. Nope. But the Grenadiers will get a few shots off. MG will keep the point and then probably move into position right away. Yeah, the Pioneers won't win the engagement against the infantry sections. Pioneers should go home. Here we go. MG is now coming forward. MG will now set up. Lucino on the field. Suppression kicks off. UC coming forward. MG immediately going into yellow cover. What is happening on the other side? We have engagement coming up over here. Where's the MG from Fire? Oh, he is playing actually without an MG, so actually not the standard build order there. Not sure about that. And sorry if you're able to hear the sirens of the firefighters. And it might be a dead Grenadier. Nope. That should be a one engagement actually for Fire. But definitely not a cheap one. But on the other hand, BatOn also lost a lot of manpower. Looks like a Fire's playing a heavy Grenadier build order. Might want to go for Luftwaffe Supply to keep up the... Calling it, boys! And getting immediately the Luftwaffe Supply drops to heal up the squads and get the buff. Panzer Schokolade will win the war. MG42 getting some nice damage over here. Infantry section has to retreat, otherwise it's risky to get webs. MG42 repositioning immediately to avoid flanking. He gets the suppression over there, now shifts fire towards the UC, but UC has already the upgrade. That might be a dead MG actually. MG goes down, but there's nothing from Adamir to capitalize on this wipe, so he can't steal it, but on the other hand, PutPut has nothing there to recapture his MG42 as well. That would be glorious, right? Like jump over, like standing next to you, see you jump in and then you are killing the crew. That would be funny.
Squads can have an additional
wrenching. Oh, that should be the penalty. I know that the 222 actually, like a lot of open tops had the problem that grenades were thrown into the inside of the text. So for example, 222 had in a version like those. If you saw them, I think there's actually a skin which also had it in Code 2, like those, I don't know, cage-like things on the side. That's basically to prevent that someone throws grenades inside of the vehicle. UC gets killed, but the Grenadier might get killed. Grenadier goes down. We have ambush, camouflage now getting to the Grenadiers. I think PutPut should go home. And he decides to do so. Retreat with MG. Here we go. We have, by the way, 5-man upgrade on Adamir's squad. Joinking that chase. Yeah. Oh, glorious. Would be a balanced nightmare, right? Would be a totally fine mechanic. And not overpowered at all. We have MP40s all the way for the stormtroopers.
We are losing a sector.
MP40s prop in the perfect timing, and we have the combat trucks doing its work. And the combat trucks effect wears out. We have a Steward on the way. I'm not the biggest fan of the Lieutenant build into versus 2, since I think AT guns are so important in this game mode that you can't miss out on them completely. We have a Commando Glider now on the way for Adamir. We have the first MG42s coming out for fire. By the way, fire replaced the Lost Grenadier. Do we have any tier 2s? Yes, we have tier 2 from PutPut and tier 2 from fire, at least tagged.
We are losing Soldaten.
Someone is losing Soldaten. The Grenadier went down, how it looks like it. Viewpoint will get recaptured. Actually surprising, I just want to point out, BatOn is not fielding Pathfinders, so normally BatOn, also called GridOn as a nickname, has not the best of, like, is considered to be one of those cancer players when he plays Grid, but it looks like as USF he feels like he has to need to field some honor. Path and the Commando's doing some amazing job there. 2-2 on the way from PutPut, makes sense. We have an AT on the way from Adamir. Glider getting repaired. Steward got engine damage. Is Fire playing a tier 2 skip? Oh, he dropped himself fuel and ammo. And an AT gun, right? Yes, and an MG. Oh boy, we see a tier 2 skip. And we see more combat trucks coming in, boys. 375 manpower for an AT gun, resources and an MG is not that bad actually. It's really cost efficient. I'm interested to see if we see the Luftwaffe field officer. I think I saw only it once or twice so far. Sadly, the rest of the doctrine is like the airdrop medical supplies is nice, the supply drop is nice, but the rest of the doctrine is sadly garbage. Was geht, Van Sager? Ich hoffe, dir geht es wunderbar. Steward coming in, but we'll get stabbed immediately. Ja, bei mir auch alles gut. Oh, that is a dead Steward. No need for the second snare, but doing for the swag. AT gun might get recruit. On the other hand, there are so many grenadiers. He will just win by sheer brute force. Nope. Stormtroopers coming in. They also want to have a little bit fun over there. Was gibt's heute zu Mittag? Ich werde später mit dem Kumpel japanisch essen gehen. Few getting decapped there, but to be fair, kind of was expected, right? Since Fire went completely into the middle to support his teammate, and it really worked out in my opinion. He got rid of the Steward, and that's will reduce. Also es gibt da Sushi, aber auch Ramen oder Udon-Nudeln. Das ist ein richtiges japanisches Restaurant. Darauf habe ich Bock. Ambulance on the field for BatOn. By the way, double bars, I think, on all squads. I think Fire, the only problem that Fire has a little bit, due to the heavy usage of the medic drop, he's delaying the MG42. At the moment it's touching a little bit, but slowly he's getting them. The only issue, and he rebuilt medic, yeah. Ah, he got medic from his teammate. That's like nice team play. Fire now ready for tier 3. Has a tech, can build it. Sadly, is lacking a little bit of fuel income there overall. The allies were able to deny a bit of fuel there. But it still will be probably a decent P4 timing. By the way, we missed the wipe on Fire's army. He lost the plane. He's rebuilding it now. Stormtrooper sitting there in ambush. Where's the AT gun is over here? Yeah, he needs to get rid of the glider. The forward reinforcement is actually hurting him a lot. But MG is helping out a lot. P-Gram on the way from PutPut.
Grenadiers ready. Eyes on me. Knock it off.
We have a few riflemen chilling there. Two getting some nice damage done, forcing off the... Ooh, you don't want to lose to maybe move a little bit back, then you are out of... and you can still shoot at the glider. I think if you kill the glider, it would be really, really good there. But yeah, there's no support coming in, the 222 has to run. Might even get killed if he's unlucky. AT gun now setting up and will get rid of the glider. Nicely, and the 222 goes down. Sad face. Oh, shot missile. How an AT gun can miss a glider, man? Look how big it is and it can't move.
Enemy action has destroyed our forward position.
Glider gets destroyed. That's a huge pickup there. We have a P-Grin, by the way, on the field with ambush camouflage. Bayer can soon build to P4. He is now getting tier 3. Once it's completed, he should have also the manpower for it and the fuel. Picking up the last crate of combat drugs. Here we go. Last MG is also on the way. I like Fire's build order. It's really like unique, off matter, but also really thought through. I like that. I really like that. We have a Centaur on the way from Adamir. Oh, the Centaur will have a bad awakening when the P4 from Fire arrives. But I think BatOn will have a really bad awakening, like a really early P4. He has no AT gun. He will get really forced off of the map. He's definitely not expecting that. He grants forcing off the Royal Engineers. P4 in the queue for Fire now. Yeah. Well, he didn't play 4 Grenadiers Pioneer MG. He played 4 Grenadiers, then tagged up, and then later dropped himself the supply drop. That's not an MG42, that's an MG34. So yeah, it's off meta, I would say. It looks like a standard Austria build order, but how it was executed, it's not standard. I'm really interested to see how BatOn will now deal with the P4 without any AT.
We just lost a unit.
A rifleman got killed actually. Was that the Watcher on retreat? Holy smokes. But there's no Axis Watcher. Then it was the Grenadiers. P4 on the field now. The camo actually looks gorgeous on this map. It really blends in. Basically doing what the camo is supposed to do. You could throw a bundle grenade, but he doesn't have the ammo. He's probably waiting for it. Will take too long. 50 kill on the field, and BatOn will now have a bad awakening, a really early P4. It's probably something he was not expecting at all. No need to fall back fire. The lieutenant doesn't have snares. Mortar instead of... That's risky though, if I'm sorry. Risky. But that can work, it depends on the map and the matchup. There's so many... And the game mode, obviously. P4 on the way from PutPut. Not sure. Like, double P4, like, or double tier 3. Not sure about it. Nice damage against the squad over there. MG already on top. AT gun has to run though. Will now get snared. Might not be worth it though for the USF. Might lose the Rifleman on retreat if he's unlucky. He deserves though the wipe, in my opinion. Still no Doctrine pick from BatOn. Let's see what makes sense. Basically all 3 Doctrines make sense. Maybe tech support a little bit more than Urban Assault, since Urban Assault offers a little bit more in the early game than tech support. But yeah, let's see. Maybe we will see a Pershing. Would be amazing actually. Grenadier retreating over here. We have a Cromwell on the way from Adamir. So no. We have the P4 now going around the corner. Where's the AT gun? AT gun now moving upwards in the middle. Oh, the AT gun has to be careful though. That might be a catastrophic failure for Mr. Bad Adamir. AT gun will get recruit. Should set up the AT gun and try to destroy it. Cromwell coming around, but there's no AT gun support. Oh, no, late reaction there for PutPut, not destroying the AT gun. But nonetheless, nice damage has been done there. P4 now has to go over there and cover the AT gun and the MG. MG had gotten camo again. Nice try with a retreat nade, so we see no nades from BatOn. But Grenadier gets home. Generally speaking, really good position at the moment for the Axis. We have a Sherman on the way from BatOn. In fact, I can already think about the second P4, and yeah, not sure BatOn will be able to cope with the pressure from fire effectively without an AT gun, and that's what I meant. AT guns are so important in 2 vs 2 that it's hard to skip on them. Like skipping AT as USF, it's really dangerous. I hope we see so close to Kappa. That would be funny. Or I want to see actually the heavy bombing run. I never saw it once. Oh, Sherman might get snared, it will get snared, but there's nothing to finish it off. 50k though gets stolen, or will the nade deny it? The nade will deny it.
We have lost an MG team.
Map is though really red at the moment. Allies won't be happy with that. Overall, I would say generally Axis are really in a comfortable position. Fire lost 2 grenadiers though. Fire's doing the casual fire move and throwing away his army. But he has a lot of map power in the bank, so he's theoretically able to recover, and he's getting a Brummbär. Oh, sorry about that. So, which tells he went for tier 4. Also, tier 4 now coming up from PutPut. By the way, PutPut is the little brother of Fire. So, it's basically the young Rutra combination. Kappa. Some nice damage on the P4 there. Mortar pit coming up. And we have a Rick and Run. Or supply drop, sorry. That means second AT gun, resources, and an MG. We have a Pioneer with an MG42, which means one Grenadier when it met his demise dropped it. MG42 getting some nice damage done. The 10 tower coming around the corner, getting also 80 gun setting. Will fall off the 10 tower probably. But the strafing ability has been used, but thank god this thingy took most of the damage, so denied the full crew wipe there for the MG. Oh, slight micro mistake there from PutPut blocking his own AT gun. But look at the P4. We'll recapture the AT gun probably immediately with the Pioneer. Here we go. Brummbär from fire is in the middle doing some nice damage. And yeah, you can't fight the Brummbär with an AT gun. BatOn has to get an AT gun. And he will for tech support. For Urban Assault. And has now access to the Calliope. We have a Werfer, by the way, on the pit from PutPut. Fire not attack on grounding, I think that's a little bit... It's not that bad, but it's always a little bit of damage potential that you miss with the Brummbär, but on the other hand, it's the question if you have to spare micro for it and no... Werfer Barrage doing some amazing damage there. How many kills was that? It was 4 kills. He tried to destroy it, but Royal Engineer took it back in time, so he was not able to pull it off. But yeah, that's the issue. BatOn is hard countered. He needs to get the AT. And he caught in the Calliope, and I think that was a huge mistake. Sherman gets picked off. Can consider going in for the Calliope, trading off, but he decides to fall back. Gets snared though. Brummbär could go forward, and BatOn is like... I think the Calliope was a huge mistake to call it off the Calliope. Oh. No. No! Fire's army is falling apart! Oh no! But there's nothing that can kill the Brummbär. Oh, look at the Brummbär! Now PutPut is going into the counter assault there. Fire's experience, heavy losses there. Can the Calliope finish off the Brummbär? I don't think so. AT gun gets decrewed. Fire suffered heavy losses there. Oh, a little bit overextended there. He loses both, but it's like you could call it a zombie faction now at the moment for Fire. Like he has a zombie army, because you will recruit all the support weapon, and then it looked like yeah, he lost the Grenadiers, but that's it, right? Getting a third Pioneer. We have no access to the incendiary bombing run, which is horribly bad. Don't use it. Oh, I want to see close the Kappa and the heavy bombing run.
Not let up. The enemy still has 300 points.
We have a Sturk, so we see... Why we see a Sturk? Not a Panther. Well, it's cheaper and against the current army composition from Mr. Adamir, might be worth it to do it. Does he already tagged Churchill? Of course, Comets, I mean. Of course he did. We have the Werfer Fire coming in and getting at least one wipe. And that's a dead Stormtrooper. We have cover to cover being used. Werfer is in a bad spot, will get picked off. But I think the center was a little bit overextended there. Snare's not an option. Fire immediately shifting over with the Brummbär. Sand tower is fine. Brummbär coming over. Before could come out as well, but fire's not reacting there. Now reacting. Stuck is now on a hunting mission. Oh, losing the Werfer hurt a lot there. That was a really nice pickup from the allies. Brummbär doing a nice amount of damage. The Brummbär and now Bunker Buster. Oh, look at the damage! Gets the AT gun. And that's probably even a destroyed AT gun. Stuck going forward immediately. Bunker Buster Barrage just so amazing on the Brummbär. Way over for when you can get a veteran squad Brummbär. Gets the wipe there as well. And that's a dead engineer actually. Oh, commandos with MG42 are a pain in the butt. Nice try with the close range barrage, but it didn't work out. Closer Kappa is an option for this point, but I don't advise to do so. Might we see the heavy bombing run for the mortar pit? I don't think so, they don't now fire spend. And he's using the incendiary bombing run. I think against the mortar pit is actually really good, look how much damage it did. New Werfer on the field for PutPut. Both AT guns got recruited, but P4 to the rescue. And Brummbär is soon combat ready. The Brummbär just single-handedly carrying Fire's army. Like, he has such a trash army composition at the moment, but the Brummbär just doing a job. That's the power that you get when the enemy refuses to build an AT gun or a Jackson. And then it's then called the Calliope. Panther now on the way from Fire. MG will get stolen. Not sure about it. Probably not. He's nope. AT gun gets recruit though. Yeah, the Super comes forward and everything runs. Like itself, BatOn is winning the infantry engagement, but it doesn't matter, right? Because the Brummbär comes around, says, "Guten Tag, are you ready to beat your maker?" And then he has to go home. He has no counter to it. In my opinion, a huge misplay by BatOn. Like, he played so well, and they get so many deep flanks against Fire where he lost and wiped his whole army. But refusing to get the right counter unit. Deep push from the Stück. He actually used breakthrough. And that's that sand tower as well, but both tanks are badly wounded. But guess what? They have no AT guns.
The enemy is attempting to steal our sector.
And he wasted the snare on this tank. He's dodging the barrage there nicely. Stuck gets killed though by the Calliope, that's something. But before will easily get away, probably AT gun is though sitting there. Werfer though comes in, not to the rescue. AT gun gets recruit. And Snare gets the kill in the end. AT gun gets recruit. We have the artillery, the officer of the field, the Luftwaffe field officer. There's the Jackson, but there's Panther who gets destroyed AT gun and has to run. Snare won't get off. Yeah, Fire's not doing the mistakes there. Yeah, heavy losses on both sides. but losing all your tanks hurts a lot. And he's still far off how it looks like it from a Jackson. From a Comet, sorry. But at least it looks like allies might get back on the field. But it's still looking really, really grim from them. Once the Brummbär is repaired, hell will rain down again on the allies. We have no artillery field officer with MG42. The officer's like, look at me, man. I don't want to have my Luger, I want to have a manly gun. I have my MG42. Probably the worst combination that you can get. Like, the bodyguard has MP40, so they want to get close, but the officer has MG42, so they don't want to close it since they can't fire on the move. It must be awkward to use the squad. So what does it have? It has Diversion, Stuka Smoke Drop, Inspiring Aura, Stuka Recon Pass, and Stuka Suppression Run. So it's basically an artillery field officer, but instead of the coordinated fire, it has Stuka Suppression Runs. And bombing. Brummbär is ready, and you know what that means. 300 VPs remaining for the Axis, but it will change soonish. Again, the VP control will definitely shift back into Axis favor. Brummbär Veteran C2, 26 kills, close to Veteran C3. It's now really hard to kill a Brummbär. The Veteran C2 armor buff comes really in handy, therefore. At least get some flanking shots in. Oh, Jackson a little bit overextended. That's the Jackson. Before coming in. Remember what I said, you need AT guns? If you want to ask why, to avoid things like that to happen. Is he looking for the Calliope? Where is it? Oh, it's on the other side, so he's just going for a long extraction road. Yeah, picking up the Jackson hurts BatOn a lot. He has no AT once again to fight, and now he finally realized that, got the capital defeat, but it might be a little too late. No, Veteran C2 Brummbär is really hard to fight with AT guns, especially with unvetted M1s. What's up, Ricky? How are you doing? I hope you had a wonderful day so far. Don't say anything stupid. I never say stupid things. Yeah, but look at PutPut's army, actually, it's really small. We have a new P4 on the way. It's like, the Axis have horrible vibes and everything, and their army composition always looks horrible, but the poor attacking of the allies just enables their Axis to stay in the game and have like one unit that manhandles the whole allied army. Like, look at the army composition from PutPut and fire. Like, that should not be a thing, this army. AT gun over here. Brummbär is ready. Weffer is on cooldown. Panther now getting repaired next. But at least Axis are now forced back and the allies are getting a little bit of map control. And Brummbär just pumping out the insane amount of damage there. We have the first AT gun on the field now, but you need the second one definitely for this purpose against the Brummbär. And it bounced. And believe me, this will be now a common theme. 30 kills, close to Veteran free. And rate of fire on the Brummbär is always nice to have. And we have assault on the way. And we have bombing run over here. Let's see if the Axis react on time. As we know, 3 versus 3 master race, right, Cossack? And it's just consequential, right? It was the least favorite game mode in Call of 2. So it's time to make it the most favorite game mode. We have flaming bombing run on the way. And why is the Panther at engine? Was it the Gammon bomb? The flaming bombing run is always bad, it does nothing, man. Never use it, boys. Like, against emplacements maybe, like we saw earlier, but against infantry, it's not that worth it. We have a comet on the field, that might be actually no problem. There's no AT guns, and the P4 don't have a chance against the comet. Sorry, that might be true, because the AA don't run away, right? Where's the Brummbär? Panther 1 really wounded. Brummbär soon be ready to kill again. Red 3, by the way. Ah, the allies are recovering. It looks like it. But Brummbär coming in. And Brummbär, like I said, don't respect the feelings of USF riflemen. The Brummbär is actually a really toxic person, you know. Everyone who gets into a relationship with a Brummbär regrets it afterwards, like a USF player does at the moment. You think you can change him to be a better man, but nope, this won't work out. Yeah, well. Look, the pilot doesn't give a shit, man. He just pushes and pushes and pushes. I know he's using the... Oh, oh, man. And it will be hurt more. Oh, the Brummbär just... Poor BatOn. MG gets recruit. Oh, fucking glorious. The Brummbär, man. Just, if the Axis win this game, it's up because solely because of the Brummbär. Change my mind. Panther coming in, AT gun in a little bit of position. Brummbär coming forward. Where's the second Panther? It's wounded, but it doesn't matter. Oh, he didn't click on stop, so he was able to glitch through. Brummbär now going for the AT gun, main gun crit, and that's a dead comet. That's a dead comet indeed. AT gun gets recruit. Brummbär's good against everything, man. Once it has veterancy too, it just... I once killed nearly an ISU with a Brummbär because I was attacked on grounding the rear hitbox, so always getting rear shots in. So yeah, it's so glorious. Stuk gets killed, but who cares about Stuk? Tiger gets destroyed by the bundle. Brummbär, man. 61 kills. I don't think you will get the Panther with the Calliope, but nice try though. Fire doesn't have infantry, right? He has a peak red just to pretend he has mainline infantry and officer. And everything else is just repair for his tanks. It's so funny that that I think BatOn missed the opportunity where there was a window of opportunity to like punish fire horribly, and he was not able to put it off. It made my that game made my day. It's not as funny as the One Ivan Aussie game. So if you're watching on YouTube this game, you can check it out. The One Ivan Aussie game earlier will be probably already uploaded at that point. It's definitely worth it to check out. One Ivan, a lot of chaos, proving once more why he's a lot of chaos. Nice barrage there from the Werfer. Stuck on the way again for PutPut. Nice damage there from the P4. And now we have the Hungry Panzers on the way. Panzer battle group is on the way. And yeah, Hooper mine, well, who cares? You could use flaming run on the AT gun. Where's the Brummbär? Brummbär is molesting infantry over there. The game is over for the Allies. I don't see it coming. The comeback for them. They have nothing to kill the tank army of fire.
The enemy is down to 75 points.
Double Panther is so hard to kill, especially if there's a Brummbär behind that kills all the AT guns. And here we go, we see the barrage again into the base. My first wipe. Second and third wipe. Adamir's army basically disappeared. It went to heaven, and BatOn's army is also not really existing. Brummbär now at 78 kills. Yes, a single Panther's already hard to kill, but if the enemy has two, and the Brummbär, and the P4. That's your non-standard gameplay there. And BatOn and Adamir throw in the tower.